Hello, Tangerines from Mexico City.
Mexico City. We are finally in Mexico City. It's been almost a year and a half that we've been in Mexico. Somehow the city has eluded us. Not anymore. Not this week.
Our first night here in Mexico City, we stayed at the Hyatt Regency, which is right across from Chapultepec Park, because we had a free night that was about to expire. Otherwise, we'd never be able to afford it. It's expensive.
Sixpensive? Sixpence.
Sixpensive.
Much more than sixpence. And since we're so close, we decided to pop over to Chapultepec Park, and holy crap, this place is huge. This park is ginormous. But it feels like a sanctuary from the rest of the city. Like if you plopped me in here, I would not think I was in the largest city in Mexico.
Right, exactly. If you've been to Central Park in New York, this is double the size. Double. From the 40th floor of our hotel, you can see one end of the park, and then the other end goes as far as the eye can see. It's enormous.
Quack, quack. Quack, 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 quack.
Señor, ven. Here at the park, it looks like there's an unlimited amount of vendors where you can buy whatever you want, like rich, crazy potatoes. Would you like some rich, crazy potatoes?
I'm not hungry, but I'm hungry. Pull this feet around. So I have no idea what we just walked up into, but there's all these booths from different countries. It seems like European countries selling artesanías, products, clothes, bags. Where are you pointing at?
Oh.
And I'll just be down here because Jordan doesn't know where he's holding the camera.
I actually think it's all countries, and or a bunch of countries, but we're just in the European section right now. Turns out this is Feria Internacional de las Culturas Amigas, where they have a whole bunch of stuff from all over the world, from Asia, Africa, Europe.
This, well, the more we were walking around, the more I'm like, these are literally artesanías and clothes and typical products from these countries all over the world. Where else do you have the opportunity, where else do I have the opportunity to geek out over this stuff? I love looking at artesanías and especially typical things from each region.
As it turns out, this is a 2-week event here at Chapultepec Park.
Based on what I know about Mexico City, which is not a lot, but I gather that these type of events happen all the time, so it's probably why Mexico City is so appealing, because it's like a cultural and social and business epicenter where all of this stuff, all of these things happen constantly, so you really can't get bored in a city like that.
No way.
Oh my gosh, this thing is massive.
We just got into Mexico City yesterday morning, and I don't know about you, but I feel totally overwhelmed. Like, we got all these recommendations of things we should go see and do, and there's like there's almost literally a million things to do here. So,
or millions, like take a lifetime to explore this city, and we only have a week.
yeah, so I mean, we're going to try to do a bunch of stuff, but honestly, I don't even know where to start because the city is just so gigantic.
And from the windows of the 40th floor lounge, we were just looking out at this huge city, like, literally, where do we start? I am really thankful right off the bat, though, that the pollution seems to be far less terrible than it has been for the past few weeks or few months due to fires and, like, general big city pollution. So we can actually see out across the whole city from these 40th story windows, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised by that.
So we're headed back to the hotel now to regroup, and then we are going to take an Uber to one very popular attraction in the city, or
one of many.
One of many. I mean, oh my gosh, how can I even say it? The most popular, one of the most. How do I even know? So this museum we're going to is the personal collection of Carlos Slim.
And he's the richest guy in Mexico, one of the richest in the world. So he built this to showcase his personal collection and made it free entry. Like, how cool is that? If you're gonna have a big art collection, what better way to do it than like this, rather than having it in your house where no one sees it. Here's one of the most famous sculptures in the world. The Sinker. The Thinker. I can't talk. This building in itself is a work of art. 6 floors of this collection. We're gonna go up the stairs and see what else there is. On the floor below us, there was like a whole huge display of gold and silver coins, and here there's this elephant tusk with all these intricate details. I think this is super cool.
As it turns out, this floor is all ivory with intricate carvings and designs. Pretty incredible. I don't think I've ever been in a building that has so much wealth, both historically and monetarily. Just insane how much valuable things are inside. By the way guys, be sure to subscribe to our channel because we have more Mexico City videos coming up. We have literally just scratched the surface and we have a whole week ahead of us. So be sure to do that, subscribe to see our new videos. So we are no longer staying by Chapultepec Park. Unfortunately, we are way too poor to stay at the Hyatt Regency for an entire week. We are now in the Santa Fe region of Mexico City, which is, from what I understand, pretty ritzy, high class, more...
Lots of businesses. Yeah,
lots of businesses and high rises and that type of thing. We had some points to use up here at the Hyatt, so we're staying at the Hyatt House.
So we asked on Facebook and on YouTube for your suggestions of where to stay in Mexico City, and no one said Santa Fe.
Overwhelmingly, it was like, stay in Roma, stay in Condesa, and a few other neighborhoods.
Coyoacan. And,
yeah, we would have loved to stay in those places. Honestly, they're way more central than where we are now. We're freaking in the boondocks of Mexico City, but...
So what are we gonna do? Our plan is to spend at least a day in each one of those highly recommended places, and hopefully do a video in each one.
So up to this point, we actually haven't gone out to a restaurant in Mexico City yet because at the Hyatt Regency, breakfast was included, and then there were snacks in the middle of the day, and then kind of like this dinner spread of sorts, so we didn't actually have to go out, and it was like, why not enjoy this luxury experience? But now that we're in Santa Fe, we went to this place called Cabana, two N's. I thought the food was super good. Yeah,
it was pretty good. A little bit more on the pricey side, but it's kind of a nicer place, and I mean everything around this part of town is nice. So
for more upscale.
For a dinner for each of us and one drink, it was about $25 US.
But I'm excited to like explore more of Mexico City. Like we said, this is just really the beginning of this week. I feel like this grand adventure is ahead of us in this giant city. Oh my gosh, so what you Hello Tangerine amigos. It is our first real day of explorations in Mexico City, and we decided to check out the neighborhood called Condesa, which is like fancy pants hipster town, I think. From the few seconds we've been here, we're in this restaurant called Lardo, I believe, and yeah, just kicking it off here.
I feel like this is where all the rich people live because my lunch was 205 pesos and I'm still hungry.
Yeah, my salad was 115 pesos and it was adorable with baby spinach. That restaurant was total chaos. It's nice to be on this median walking path now.
Yeah, my food was excellent though.
Oh, it was super good, but
10 out of 10 for my food, but yes, pricey. We came from Lima, Peru, where the traffic was horrendous and there was non-stop honking all day and all night long, everywhere. It was so noisy.
And it was like a domino effect too, because one person honks and then everyone feels like they need a honk, or at least that's how it seemed to me.
So coming to Mexico City, I knew the traffic was going to be bad. That wasn't a surprise to me. What was where's all the honking? Like everyone just knows that they have to wait, and oh, it's so different, so much more tranquil despite all the chaos of the driving and all the cars.
So often we get people messaging us or commenting super nice, saying like, hey, if you guys need help, just message me, or I'd be happy to tour you around the city. And generally we're kind of like, we prefer to just bop around on our own and see whatever we can see and whatever we can find. Here in Mexico City, I think this is the first time I would happily take someone up on that offer because there's just so much to see and do. I'm like paralyzed, like I can't make any decisions. What to do, I don't know where to begin, blah.
We walked around La Condesa a little bit. What did you think of it?
The architecture is completely gorgeous. Like the building facades were amazing. Most of them were super colorful and they had tile work and like carving and stuff. So that was like, oh my gosh, so pretty.
And speaking of tile work, We recently started an Instagram. It's Tiles While Traveling. So we're taking pictures of tiles we find around the country and around the world.
Because
posting
there's
them
so
there.
many pretty ones all over the place with different designs, and they're so different from city to city. So tiles while traveling, little hobby project. But anyway, Condesa. Love the walking streets, the architecture of the buildings, but it was much more quiet, tons of trees, cooler.
Not so
even.
much traffic on those streets.
Yeah, not too much traffic. But we didn't know what to do, I mean, besides walking around, which was enjoyable. So now we're back to Chapultepec Park. It feels like a safe place to go, where there are things to do. We can't mess it up.
And we keep calling it Chapultepec Park, and I think that's what it's referred to a lot of times, but I think technically it's Bosque de Chapultepec.
Yeah.
Say that too many times and it becomes really hard to say. Alright, we're at the boat station here, and even though it's a little bit more expensive, it's 100 pesos instead of 60, I'm insisting on getting the Swan. Hola, ¿cómo está? El cisne, por favor?
1 hour?
Okay.
1 hour. Name. 1 hour.
Sí. Y regreso para este.
Ticket. Ticket ID.
Okay.
Atrás.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Adelante, cisne.
Okay. Gracias.
I can hardly reach this. Is there an adjustable seat option? A stilts option? Go.
So we got the most ostentatious boat.
I'm so embarrassed by it.
Whatever, this is awesome.
There's a word for it, but I don't know if it's that one.
You know, something I didn't consider with this is that this would be obstructing a large part of my view.
Can you see me rolling my eyes past my sunglasses? So we paid approximately $2 extra to be the biggest nerds on this entire lake.
Hola. Maddie thinks that being in the Swan boat is embarrassing, but I honestly think the most embarrassing part about it is that we paid extra for it. I recommend you get the regular boat because it has a better view, and this boat is like the noisiest one out here.
So janky. We paid extra for this loud-ass boat that we can't see out of the front of, and people are laughing at us. Well, here we are. Some baby ducks, oh my gosh. What? Oh, they're so cute and fuzzy. So I could be wrong because I know nothing about Mexico City weather, but it looks like we are about to get rained on. Mayday! Mayday! So since Jordan picked that to embarrass me, what should I pick to embarrass Jordan?
I picked it because it was awesome.
And
really
you literally made one of your things that you were thankful for today that you embarrassed me on that boat.
I mean, that's just a perk.
Oh, Jordan. Oh, Jordan. I see something I like.
Guess what it is?
Guess what time it is?
I know you from the
Un
El
momentito.
Centro!
El Centro! El Centro!
That's not what they're buying.
We are venturing into the neighborhood of La Condesa, again in the most rapid fashion so that we don't get rained on because
These clouds look dark.
they are very ominous. We're going to some loungy type restaurant bar that has great views supposedly. It's dark in here.
Dos, por favor. Dos personas. Gracias. So once again, pretty pricey place, but I got this drink for 150 pesos.
Mine was 145, I think.
But once again, salud. That's really good. Try this.
Oh my gosh, I'm ordering that. Okay,
And it just started raining.
And it just started raining big time, so thankfully we have this covered. But
We were not prepared for this weather.
no, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt right now. But in my defense, it was like 80-ish yesterday and the day before that, so it was nice. Nice little loungy vibe.
We get a
Some
co-op.
drinks and we get to cuddle. But then we have to leave the blanket, I think, so. But make sure to subscribe so you see our upcoming videos that we have in Mexico City. And I don't know, give this video a like if you liked it, share it with a friend who might enjoy our shenanigans too. But the most important part,
One more thing.
one more thing. Gong that bell so you get notified the next time we put out a video.
And we will see you soon.